Hello, I'm Bill Boardsfield, along with Times Union movie reviewer Matt Soergel, and The Incredible Hulk is going to be raging in the theaters this weekend, and Matt was there to see it all. Matt, what you think?
Well, it's definitely better than the one from 2003, I think it was. Whole new cast, whole new director, and a whole new way of doing it. Kind of a return to the roots, not this existential angst that we had in the first one, which made so many people mad. I think they felt offended that they'd take this silly comic strip and try and turn it into a serious art movie. Have no fears about that one. This one is just as dumb as it should be. Totally action-packed, rarely slows down, and some of the action scenes, especially the first couple, are really terrific.
When I lose control, it's very dangerous to be around me.
Of course, this is the second Marvel movie to come out in, oh gosh, probably about a month. Yeah, we had Iron Man. How's it compared to Iron Man?
It's not as good as Iron Man, but not many comic book movies are. This really shows you how good Iron Man was. But there's plenty here for comic book fans. I wasn't crazy about Liv Tyler playing Elizabeth Ross. She's kind of boring, to be honest. But Edward Norton's good enough as Bruce Banner, and the special effects are okay. As I said, tons of action scenes. After a while, it gets a little repetitive, but there's just enough action to make everyone happy. The audience I was with seemed to really enjoy it, even though it's no Iron Man.
Now, we don't want to spoil the movie for anybody, but one thing Marvel is good at is having little nuances here and there that pay homage to old comic book series or the old TV shows, things of that nature. Without giving it away, do we see any of that in Hulk?
Oh yeah, you'll see plenty. Keep your eyes peeled. There are several instances of that. And there's an ending you want to make sure you don't leave early, because there's an ending that once again hints at what the direction Marvel's going to take all its characters. And that's all I'm saying about that. If you're a true fan, you probably already know it already.
Now, for those that grew up with either the 1970s TV series with Lou Ferrigno and Bill Bixby or the original comic book, how does it compare to both those genres?
I think it stays pretty faithful, especially the comic book. It can do stuff that the movie can. The Hulk isn't as big as Lou Ferrigno now. It's, huge. So it goes a little bit kind of over the top compared to the TV show. But that's not too bad. And it pulls in some of the King Kong. It'll remind you a bit of King Kong. There are a few deliberate moments of that, and some humor. And as I said, though, it gets a little bit repetitive. You're just kind of after a while going, okay, I've seen the same thing. These bumbling military men trying to get the Hulk, and he keeps getting angry. You don't want to get him angry. You remember that, of course. And getting away. So the emotional depth and the humor and the surprises that were in, say, Iron Man or Spider-Man, aren't here in this movie. But I consider it a solid 2.5 stars out of 4.
And do you remember any longer what you gave the Hulk movie from 2003?
The first one, I admired its ambition, actually. I think I gave it 2 stars, which is just a fair at best. This one's better than that, but a whole different creature, to be honest.
All right, thanks, Matt. And remember, you can also read Matt Soergel's review in the weekend section of Friday's Florida Times Union, or if you don't have that, of course, you can his review right here on Jacksonville.com. Thanks for watching.
It's very dangerous to be around me.